me just try one more time. If you let me tell you about the kids and Noble Securities.
You can tell me, but this is the last time I'm going anywhere with you.
Oh, all right.
So
that's fine.
And we don't have keys to the truck, so your ass is stuck.
All right, baby. But let me start my sentence again.
You start it till the cows come home.
All right, baby.
My heart is cold.
I know that, sweetie.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you worked on it. You worked on it.
Judy, instead of getting off on a discussion about Judy, can we talk about
No, I want to go home.
Okay, I know that. Baby.
Now, I've asked you 20 times, you
but
do nothing.
I've
you sit there and you go over the same thing again and again and again.
Told you.
But I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
I mean, you better make the best of this one, because this is it.
What is it? What is what?
I'm not going out with you anymore at
All
night.
right, okay.
Because you don't know how to act in
All
public
right.
at night.
How should I act?
You're supposed to kind of go along with people.
You mean
and
if you start if you start picking a fight with me in public, I'm supposed to fight back?
Abusive.
All
your
right.
language, what you say to me.
Okay, give me an example.
Oh, I'm a nitwit, a country
I never
oh,
said.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, Judy,
oh
except
yeah.
I didn't actually.
And I don't need to hear any of
I've
that
never,
shit, and I will never forget it.
Okay.
And I'm so sorry
No,
that's what you think.
You've just made a
So
charge.
there you go.
Just made
yeah,
it.
you called me a country hick.
Judy, you've just made a charge. Can I defend myself against the
No,
charge?
I want to go home.
It's a false charge.
No.
But so you like to make false charges, but
And I paid for this meal.
You-
And tomorrow
you-
I'm going to let you put
Okay.
$1,000 in my bank account.
Oh, that's very
I'm
generous of
going
you.
to let you.
All right, that's very generous of you, baby. Now look, I
And
paid.
that's all you
I
get
paid
from
for.
me.
I paid for something else, and you just
What?
took. Well,
What?
you just took a sniff of it.
I know.
You're holding them in your lap,
know.
and there
Well,
one's
that
just.
has nothing to do with that.
There's one in each hand.
And my water bill was $200 fucking dollars.
Judy.
And I have not taken a shower but once.
Judy, sweetheart.
Now,
let
that's it.
Judy, what's in your right hand? What's in your right hand?
Roses.
And what's in your left hand?
Roses.
Are they the same? Are you holding one pot of roses? How many pots do you
Two.
hold? One in each hand, is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
Where did you get them?
You got them for me
When?
tonight
Well, when? Tonight.
before dinner.
You mean before we got to the restaurant?
We were in the restaurant.
We were in the restaurant. And then what happened?
I don't know, Bill. I ordered.
how
I had
did-
a nice
but-
meal. I had a nice time.
Right.
Other than
Well,
dealing with you.
Did the roses just magically appear in your hand right at
What
this
are you
moment?
talking
No, I'm
about?
trying to get you to tell me how the
This
roses.
is- I don't want to tell you that. It's not.
Is it top
It
secret?
doesn't make sense.
Is it a
what
dirty
you're talking
secret?
About.
But no, I'm not talking about
It doesn't
anything.
make any
I'm asking
sense.
you questions,
I
and
don't
you're not
wanna-
making
I
any
want
sense.
You to get going
All
on
right,
the road,
just-
and you need to stop and get gas while you're at it.
All right. Do we need to do both at once? Do we need to go home and get gas at
Now
the same
I'm gonna let you
at the
figure
same
that out.
time?
I'm gonna let you.
No, what I
figure
can't
that out.
figure out is why you won't answer my questions about what's in your hand.
Because it's not relevant
All
to
right.
what we're doing.
What's in your left hand?
I'm not going to answer that.
Why not?
Because I don't want to talk about it.
But
This
see-
is like a little game of see and tell.
There's no
and-
game.
Yeah.
It's just a
No,
quiz.
I want to go home.
What is in Judy's?
I've said that 10 times.
Okay.
You have not done what I asked you to do.
That's true.
And that's the reason we're having the
So
problem.
are you the king
and
of
we're
the?
going to have another problem.
Are you
No,
the-
we're not going to have this problem
Judy?
anymore.
Can I ask you another question?
That's it.
Can I ask you another question? What's in your right hand? What's in your left hand? Are they roses?
Bill, how much therapy have you had?
None.
I'm beginning to think you've had a hell of a lot of
No,
therapy.
actually, you
A
mean
hell of a lot more
Ther-
than people know about.
therapy is a marker for what? If a person has had a lot of therapy, what can you deduce about
Psychological.
it? Okay, you can deduce psychological.
Yeah, you've got some psychological problems.
All right. So if a person has sought help and had a lot of therapy, they're to be condemned.
I
But
did say that.
If
you
a
said
person has a lot of psychological issues but never seeks help, that's to be praised.
it. No, usually they're locked up or dead.
Okay. So
Not
if
one
a
of them, but
person
they're not
is
running around the
if
street.
if a
believe me.
person is locked up or dead, or running around in the street.
Bill, if you don't start this car and get this car moving,
but the car,
I swear to
this
God
is,
you're going to be sorry.
This is the second.
And I'm going to make sure you are.
All right, this is the second time
There you go.
you've told me I need to.
You've done it now.
It's the second time you've told me
All
that
right.
It's the second time you've told me that I need to start the car and go. But the car's running. We've got heat.
I said and go.
No.
I didn't
but
say start the car
you
and
actually-
sit, running the motor and eating up the gas
Well,
and sitting here.
I'll get you some gas,
Jesus
baby.
Christ,
Except-
what are you doing, Bill?
I'll get you some gas.
Well,
Except,
why are you doing
but
this?
why?
What's the point?
Because I'm not ready to drive yet. I'm really shaken up by your behavior
Oh, well,
tonight.
I'm shaken up by your behavior all day, starting
Okay.
when you jerked all the sheets and shit off
Okay,
my
but
bed,
you-
turned my chair
Can,
over,
can we?
threw
Can
all
we?
the clothes down
can
on
we
the
stick
floor. If
to
I
what-
hadn't called or gone left, I'd
So
still be cleaning up.
you called the police on me because I tried to get you to snap out of your psychosis.
You don't handle me like that.
All right.
I'm not used to that, and
Can-
you're not going to be
can-
the do it.
Can I?
I've never been treated like that
can-
in my life.
Can I ask you a question, baby?
What?
What's in your left hand?
I'm not telling you.
How about the right hand?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Is
You're
it
going to
a-
have to do your little therapy game on somebody
it's not,
else.
It's not a therapy
I'm
game.
telling you, Bill, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
It's a cognitive test.
I'm telling you, boo-boo.
'Cause I don't know-
I've tried like hell.
You keep smelling the one.
and I'm
you
over
keep
it.
smelling something. What is it that you're smelling, baby?
I'm over it.
What are you smelling?
Your upper lip.
No, you're smelling something that's. You did it again. You're
Your upper lip.
You're sniffing something. Are you sniffing glue in your left hand?
No.
What are you sniffing?
I'm not going to tell you.
Is it top secret? Is it a dirty little family secret that you need to sweep under the rug? What's in your right hand?
I'm not going to tell you.
Is it a rose?
XYZ. I'm not going
Is
to
it
tell
a
you.
rose in a small?
XYZ.
Is
I'm
it-
not going to tell you.
Is it a rose in a small pot?
You like that?
Just a
You
yes
like
or
that?
It's a yes or no, baby. Is that a rose in your right hand? Yes or
Game
no?
over.
Okay, what game? What game? Is that a rose in your?
This is never going to happen
Ju-
again. You are
Judy?
never going to get me in a situation like this
What
again.
situation are you
And I
in?
think you're going to need to go to a motel. I've got your things
Oh,
packed.
okay, baby.
And I will take you to one tonight.
Yeah, but
and use your little card. I don't want you
what?
back.
My little card. Which card is
I
that?
don't know.
I have a
whatever
small
you have.
library card.
Well, you can't use that even if you got kicked out of the library.
Okay,
So fuck you.
so did I deserve
That
to be?
was it.
Did I deserve to be
Wait till I
kicked?
tell that
Did I
around.
deserve
So
to?
why'd you and Bill
Did-
break
did-
up? Well, he
did-
got kicked out of the Richmond Public Library.
Did I
He
deserve?
got kicked out
did-
of Stir Crazy.
Judy,
And then
I
I
did not.
kicked him
Judy,
out.
did I get kicked out of Stir Crazy? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Well, you probably did if you stayed
Judy,
around.
I just told you no. Why do you think
Well,
I'm
I'm going to
lying
tell
to you?
everybody
Why?
you got kicked out
But
of the
why are you
Richmond
going to do
Public
that?
Library.
But did they? Should they?
So
have
they
kicked-
can understand why we broke up.
Judy, okay, but when I told
And
you,
it would be easier than me explaining
Judy,
anything else.
when I told you that I had been ejected from the library and asked not to come back, my own public library in my own
But
city.
they just
and
got
I-
you a brand new car.
I pay, and I have
Boy.
a brand new library card.
What
And
the hell did you do?
the head librarian at that branch, I brought her a book she might like to read, one of my antique books from 1942.
Was she there today when you got kicked out?
No, sweetheart.
Okay, well that's what see. That's where
Judy, can
where
I,
the
can
shit
I,
would-
can I,
where the
Can-
where you
can
well,
I-
I'll go back and talk to
can
her.
I get a word in? I loaned her a book from 1942.
And she took it.
Oh yeah, she was eager
The
to
head
take it.
librarian. We'll go up
Yeah,
there tomorrow.
Judy, what are we going to do there? Say thank you for kicking
No, I'm
Bill
gonna
out.
let her know
who
what
let
happened.
who know?
The head librarian.
But what's her name?
I don't have to know her name.
I've
Why
told
are you
but
asking
see,
me her fucking name?
because I've
All
told.
you go say who's the head librarian. I'd like to speak to her.
And
here.
what are you going to say to her?
I'm gonna say I'd like for you to know what happened yesterday
Well,
when Dr. Eldridge was escorted out of the library.
Well-
I was not here to see what happened. I would like to know from your point of view.
Well, her point of view was she wasn't there.
But she has a point of view because
No, how could
somebody
she
will
possibly-
be there to tell her what
I
happened.
mean, she
She's-
needs to listen to hearsay.
No, from what they said happened,
Who's
I
they?
want to know.
Who's
The
they?
people that asked you to kick you out.
See, let's keep
I
things.
want to know what happened.
Well, I've already told you what happened.
No, I want to know from their point of view.
There is no their
why
point.
you were escorted out of the library.
Sweetheart, I've already
I've
told
never
you.
heard of and all the derelicts that are housed in that library.
Judy.
And they have the nerve to
Judy,
get you to leave.
Judy,
oh wow!
There are no derelicts.
The hell they're not.
There are no derelicts.
The hell they're not.
There are no derelicts.
I've seen people
Judy,
in there with their damn dogs and everything
Judy,
else sitting up in there.
Judy, sometimes people have service dogs and they're able to go into
well,
a lot.
maybe you should get one so you don't get kicked out of places.
Judy,
Bill.
please, baby.
Bill, please, baby.
Now, you're of two minds here. You're going all over the place. First, you say, I deserve to be kicked out of the library.
I never said that.
You just did.
You're a damn liar.
Just right.
I never said that. Don't you fuck with me like that.
Well,
Don't you lie on me.
Well, I'm not.
I cannot stand that.
Judy.
You can't stand, and I can't stand somebody to lie
But
on me.
I've never lied on you.
Well, you did just now.
I've never lied to you.
You did too. You said I said you deserved to be kicked out of the library. I never said that.
Well, your tone of voice implied it. You said,
I did not.
You said, and you got kicked out of the library.
Well, yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Right, and so I behaved badly? Is that what you believe?
No, that's the reason I want to go back over there and find out what happened.
If you don't think I behaved badly, why are you waving around the fact that I got kicked out of the library?
Because I can't get over the fact that you did.
But see, you're using it as a weapon against me.
No, I'm shocked.
Judy,
it's not against you. I'm shocked.
I just heard you do that.
You
said
start the car. I'm not going to argue with the fucking sign pole, and that's what you have turned out to be. Now start the car.
The car.
I want it moving.
But
I'm telling you, Bill.
Judy, make up your mind.
I'm telling you, boy,
Judy,
you better start
Judy,
the car moving.
Judy,
I'm calling somebody to come get me. I don't give a damn if you sit here all
Judy,
night by yourself.
But
I'm not going to be sitting
Judy,
here.
First you told me several times.
And I'm calling Valent or somebody to come get me.
All
She'll
right,
come
babe.
get me.
All right,
she and Matt, they know
okay, but
you.
see, they do know me,
They
and
will come and
I
get
think
me.
that
Valent and Matt.
I think
she's handling my will, the state, and everything.
Judy,
She'll come and get me.
Who's Valent and who's Matt?
My cousins, and we went over to their house.
Okay, you have cousins. How many cousins do you
Listen,
have?
stupid. I told you Valent was my cousin. We went over there Christmas night. Now, I don't want to talk to you anymore because you're acting really dense. And I can't stand that.
You just said cousins.
If you want to act dense with somebody, go get somebody else. And you act stupid with them.
You just said...
Don't play stupid with me.
You just said cousins, plural. And I thought Valent was a single party. Is it cousin or cousins? Make up your mind.
I have many cousins I can
Okay,
call.
but which one is Valent? Is that she one cousin or two cousins in one?
I'll let you figure that one out, big boy.
And who's Matt?
Take a right. You don't even know where you're
Well,
going.
I thought I was... Okay, I'm sorry I don't know where I'm going.
I've never seen anything like it. You've lived here all your life. You don't know where the hell you
Judy,
are,
I'm just a little...
You really don't know where the hell the fuck you are.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Okay, I'm on Staples Mill Road, in front of the Family Dollar.
Yeah, but where is that in relation to anything?
That's at the corner of East 356.
No, it's not. You don't know where you are.
There's...
Look at the Harmony Spa.
Judy.
I wish Christmas was
Judy, we're at the corner of Hilliard Road and Staples Mill. That's where we are, and I do know where we are. Do you understand?
Now you keep aggravating me like this.
I'm not aggravating you, baby. I'm just trying to help you.
And jerking me around.
I'm not jerking you around, baby. I'm just trying to help.
Shooting yourself in the foot.
I'm just trying to have a straightforward conversation with you. A straightforward conversation where we take turns and nobody accuses anybody of lying unless they're actually lying. Just using those words as a weapon of being hurtful and their power words. Lie! That's a power word. And children use power words, even curse words that they don't understand because they know.
Where are you going, Bill?
Okay, what the
fuck are you doing?
Judy, I thought I was at Dumbarton and I didn't.
What is wrong?
Judy,
you don't know where the hell
what's
you
wrong
are.
is I'm driving at night without my distance lenses. And I cannot see the street signs until I get up close to them. That's what's wrong.
Street signs. You don't know where you're going even?
Judy, I know where I'm going. I'm going to 4801 East.
You see this green light? You take a left here.
I know, but see, I recognize the turn, sweetie. This is a really familiar turn. We both have been together on this.
Well, then why did you turn back there?
Why are you?
When that wasn't a big turn?
My question to you is, why won't you let me complete a sentence?
Because you don't know what you're doing.
But so only people who know what they're doing are allowed to complete sentences.
You damn right.
What about?
You can't. You're not capable of completing a sentence.
That's true, because
you're not capable
that's
of it.
not able to.
You don't even know what you're doing.
I do know what I'm doing.
You don't know where you are. You don't even know what planet you're on.
I'm at the corner.
And I'm sitting in here in a car with you. I must be crazy.
I'm at the corner.
I am crazy. I'm in here with you.
I'm at the corner of Dumbarton.
I have had it, buddy.
I'm at the corner of Dumbarton and Staples.
I have never been in a situation like this in my life. And you're supposedly an educated person.
You've never.
I don't think so.
You have never sat with me at the corner of Dumbarton.
Never have I been. And you're supposed to be educated.
We're at a left turn red light signal. We're stopped at the corner of Dumbarton and Staples Mill. We're about to turn left onto Dumbarton. That's where we are. And I do know where we are. And you don't have to worry about it, because I'll get you home safe and sound without any more need for you to bark orders and tell me that I don't know where I am. Okay. All right, sweetie. I love you.
I love you too, but I don't like the way you're acting.
But see, I've already talked to you tonight.
I don't like the way you're acting.
This is the second time tonight.
I do not like the way you're acting.
It's the second time tonight that you have said.
You don't even know where you are.
I do know. I'm on Dumbarton.
You're so high on that dope. That dope that you got and bought. That stuff was laced. And it's really telling its tail. I can't believe I'm in the car with you now.
It's really telling
its tail.
It's taking its toll.
Yeah.
Is what I think you meant to say.
Its toll
but you said it's.
I don't know what that stuff was, but it was really good.
It's telling its tail. It's telling its tail. But you meant to say,
hey, let's go by the gingerbread house and see if it's
Judy,
lit.
We already did that.
I want to see it lit.
We went by the gingerbread.
I want to see the lights on it.
Could I get a sentence in?
No.
Why not?
Because you don't know how to talk.
Okay, I do know how to talk.
No,
I have a PhD from Harvard.
I don't care.
And
they did not teach you how to talk.
Well, they
probably taught you how to play music, but not how to talk.
No, they don't give credit for performance instruction. Yo-Yo Ma did not get credit for his cello lesson. They don't give academic credit for performance. They're Harvard. They're scholarly. Only scholarly things, like studying music. You can't get credit for playing music, because Harvard is very stuffy that way. Was I a flute major or an oboe major when I did my doctorate at Harvard, baby? Do you even have majors when you're in the PhD program at Harvard? Or are you in a field, in a discipline? What discipline am I in? What field am I in? And what discipline within that field? Do you remember what my degree is in? Do you remember my father's first name? Do you remember the name that I just spoke to you tonight? Mary Ellen White, founder of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I said, book by Mary Ellen White called Spiritual Health. And then I immediately said, you don't remember the name I just spoke. And I understand, Judy. And then you said that Mary Ellen White's name was Mary Kilgore. And then you said Mary Ellen White's name was Rochelle P. Kilgore, which is the true name of my great aunt and my dad's mentor. And I'm named after her. Kilgore is my middle name, and that's in honor of a woman who married into my family line. Kilgore is a big name in my family. It's a big name in the Adventist Church. So is Eldridge. But Rochelle P. Kilgore was not an Eldridge or a Kilgore. She had a maiden name because she was born to a different bloodline. Do you copy? Do you understand? And Mary Ellen White's name was not Mary Eldridge or Mary Kilgore or Rochelle P. Kilgore. What was her name? What was her name? What color was George Washington's white horse?
Blue.
Okay. Do you think that I'm having fun with your joking around?
I'm not having fun at all.
All right, but you're
not having fun either. If I'm not having fun, you're not going to have fun.
All right, I understand. Why do you think that's a good policy? Shouldn't at least one half of a couple have fun?
Hell no.
So they should both
We're supposed to be a couple, and a couple enjoys their lives together.
Well,
this was the biggest disappointment of my life.
What was the biggest disappointment?
You moving in. Well, I thought we were going to be a couple.
I didn't know that you would call the police on me repeatedly.
No.
But see, you've called the police on me repeatedly.
I thought we were going to start new.
I
was going to let you move in because you didn't have any heat in your house. And I thought we were going to be a couple and be normal like everybody else on our block.
Okay.
Boy, was I dumb.
Is Jen normal?
Well, they put up a normal facade.
All right. Is Sharon normal?
They put up a normal facade.
There's no they. There's a she.
Well, I'm talking about the people I live on my corner
all right.
and next door to me.
You
I don't give a shit about them.
You said the whole block is sane and normal.
Yeah, they are. Everybody I know.
Okay. And
I thought that's the way we were supposed to act.
Words have...
Children are not.
In the English language, words have meaning. And when you say...
And this was a huge disappointment the way this is turned
Sweetheart.
out. Huge.
Baby,
I cannot tell
can we just stick on one thing at a time, okay? In my memory, just a minute ago, you said everybody on the block. And the next thing I know, I point out two counterexamples, Jen and Sharon, and they're not normal at all, right? Are they normal? Is that how people should normal?
I don't know.
Is that how people should normal?
I don't know, Bill.
Is that how people should normally behave?
I don't know how they behave.
But will they behave? Yes, you do. You know how Jen behaves.
Well, that was a bit.
Do you approve of Jen's behavior? Yes or no?
I have nothing to do with Jen.
Okay.
One way or the other.
But if you met her, what would you say to her?
She didn't like. She was very aloof.
You think?
Yeah.
All right.
I got the message.
Do you like her?
I don't have any feelings towards her one way.
But what if she was the one who put out the flyer in all my neighbors' mailboxes?
Well, we don't know that she did that.
Okay, but I said it's a hypothetical. What if it turns out that I had fingerprint evidence from one of those flyers that matched one of her prints from a cup, and I have a private fingerprint service run the cup and run the flyer, and I can show you evidentiary proof that she was.
You know what, darling?
Judy,
you're a day late and a nickel short.
I'm not.
Did you hear me?
I'm not done with my.
I love you, darling.
I'm not
but you're
done.
A day late
I'm
and
trying
a
to.
nickel short.
I'm trying to ask
or
you.
is it dime
I'm
short?
trying to ask you.
A day late and a dime
I'm trying
short.
to ask you a hypothetical question, Judy. You
Late.
putting the roses up in there.
Until
okay.
I get out of the car.
All right. All right. Where did you get those roses, baby?
Doesn't matter.
Were
That's
they,
not
it
important
doesn't
right
matter
now.
where you got them.
Not right now.
Did I buy them from a Colombian man who had zero English, but he had a translation?
I know. Well, I've seen that a lot.
You've seen?
My friend Pat had people that worked for her.
Judy.
All had those.
Who?
They
What?
were her maids.
What country was the man from?
Colombia.
Okay, and does he have a plumbing? Does he have a plumbing business? Yes or no? Does he have a business? Thank you, baby. I got them for you with my last $20. And so when you told me you wouldn't pay for the meal, I didn't have any money in my pocket because I took you.
Let you put $1,000 in my account.
Well, that's very generous of you, Judy. But could you let me finish my hypothetical? Judy, could you let me finish? Judy, could you let me finish my hypothetical?
And I found those little bags you bought for us.
Judy, could you let me finish my... All right, she just got some of the many bags. She's got her 2 little pots of roses. she's headed up to the door. She's got a key that I made at Lowe's a couple days ago, and she's found the keys and taken all of them so I don't get a house key. And she believes that the truck key with a house key on it, and the problem was there was no house key on the Mini Cooper key ring, and so to leave the house in the Mini Cooper meant carrying along the truck key ring that does have the house keys. And I was thinking to her out loud, perhaps it would be a good idea for both vehicles to have the house key. And she had a lot of argumentative response to that notion. I'm not giving you a key. Sometimes she gives me a key, and sometimes she takes it away. Sometimes she literally gives me the little pickup truck that her dad left her, his little hunting truck. Or she says, where's my daddy's truck keys? And that happened 2 years ago. She locked the door on me while I was smoking a cigarette out front in my stocking feet in frigid weather. I probably would not have finished the cigarette, but just taken about half of it and come back in to get warm. And I hear the doorknob, the deadbolt turn, and I tap lightly and say, Judy, I think you locked the door. And she said, where's my daddy's truck key? In a weird voice that she doesn't really normally use, a high nasal voice. Where's my daddy's truck key? I can't quite do it. And I said, it's in the pocket of my jacket. Where's your jacket? It's in the small bedroom, lying on the bed. Can I have my jacket? No. Could I have my shoes? No. Could I have my house key out of my jacket pocket? No. So I didn't. There was nothing I could do at that point except walk home through icy puddles, go open the combination lock to my shed, get some hedge trimmers and some cloth. I wrapped the hedge trimmers in cloth so I wouldn't disturb my next door neighbor. And I popped out a window and I tried to poke it quietly. One time, didn't break. Second time, I felt, oh yeah, I can feel where the breaking point is. A little more force, it's going to break. And I gave it a little more force, and it went right on through, and it kept going, and my arm and hand kept going through the jagged, broken glass, and I cut myself somewhat badly, and there was a lot of blood on the floor. When the cops came by later, they thought somebody had been stabbed in there, but it was just me. I bound my own wound with paper towels and went upstairs and turned on the TV and was really glad to be home instead of up at Judy's house a block up the street with Miss Holt, because it was the release of the J6 committee from Congress, and the MSNBC reporters, Rachel Maddow, etc., had wet ink printouts of the thing that just was released online, and they instantly printed out and put it in the hands of the newscasters who haven't had a chance to read it yet, but they're sharing with the audience that moment of excitement, this long-awaited congressional report on the storming of the U.S. Capitol for the first time since 1814 by people carrying Trump flags, Confederate battle flags, Nazi flags with swastikas and so forth, probably some SS Sonnenrand flags, and this flag of the Christian nationalist right, which is a sort of a tree. It almost looks like a Christmas tree. There's some wording on the flag, and it has been adopted by the Christian nationalist right. It's a pre-existing symbol. And also the upside-down American flag, which is a symbol of violent, extreme right. And all of those flags, not to mention the Trump flag, and to repeat, Trump flag. There's people waving Trump flags, and they're beating Metropolitan District police officers on the head with flagpoles bearing the American flag, which is what happened to Ted Land on the outside brick courtyard outside Boston City Hall. And it's an iconic news photo called, what is it, Old Glory Weeps or something? The Shaming of Old Glory. I can't remember the news photographer's title for it, but it's one of the most famous pictures in American history, and it's an angry white citizen of South Boston, a male, brandishing this flagpole and whacking this black lawyer, on the head with it. And he was at City Hall to do some business, and later Ted Land got really involved with the Southie community as a social worker, lawyer guy, helping the community, and learned to love this population of Irish and Italian immigrant families stuck in Southie for a long time. And coming over here, I don't know about the Italians, they probably had it without a catchphrase, but for the Irish in Boston, they'll never forget the days when there would be a help wanted sign in a store or a factory or a business, and it would say, help wanted, no Irish need apply. And Ted Land's story, where he can be the subject of an iconic news photograph depicting chaotic dysfunction and disharmony in America, violent chaotic dysfunction, him being whacked on the head with an American flag pole. A flagpole bearing an American flag that's unfurled, and it's just pretty creepy, this image. It's wrong. It's not what the American flag is intended for. Quite the contrary. Quite the contrary. But Ted Land somehow in the future was able to work productively for that community and with that community. He forgave them, and they may have forgiven him for being black, a symbol of forced busing that they didn't want. And it's not about racism, although it seems that way. It's about turf. They didn't want these black kids bussed into their neighborhood. They wouldn't have liked white kids from elsewhere being bussed in, or Hispanic kids or Asian kids. They didn't want outsiders in their tight-knit little village called Southie. And that's it. It's just territorial turfism. And because it was black kids being bussed in, and you're throwing rocks at the school bus, and there's black kids behind the school bus windows, and you don't want the school bus to bring outsiders into your neighborhood, and it's white people throwing the rocks and black kids having the rocks thrown at them, but they were throwing the rocks at the bus. The bus was the vehicle that was bringing outsiders to Southie, and they just weren't having it. They got their Irish up something fierce, didn't they? But God bless Ted Land, and God bless God, and God bless us, because we can reconcile. Ted Land and the citizens of Southie have proved that. This is Dr. Eldridge signing off.